Today, I want to talk about a challenging time in my life that some of you may or may not know about, and what that situation taught me about myself. All right, so um, I have delivered two TEDx talks, one in 2018 and one in 2019. Now, these may not be well known. I was invited to deliver both of these talks back then. And let's be very clear, I am not a public speaker. But a long time ago, I learned from my grandfather that when an opportunity presents itself, when someone asks you to do something, you say yes, and then you figure out how to do it. I have for a very long time considered myself to be an introvert. I would prefer to be at the back of the stage, working behind the scenes, doing all of those things, never in front. And for the longest time, I have said no to many opportunities that could have, I think, transformed my life. But, it is what it is. Back to the story, because I had this fear, because I had these challenges that I was working through and trying to figure a path forward for myself, I said no to many opportunities that could have involved me taking on a wider audience, being more public in my delivery of support or services and that sort of thing. So I have delivered workshops, I have spoken, delivered talks, but I would say that for a very long time in my career, I said no to many opportunities. But when these two invitations came about, I just said yes. I mean, I didn't say yes immediately. I thought about it. I thought really long and hard, and I wondered about the opportunity being presented, and I knew that I couldn't let it go. But these were huge challenges because I didn't feel comfortable. Now, if you go out there and look, you'll find these TEDx videos. They are not necessarily the best in terms of delivery. As I said, I'm not a public speaker. However, I did have messages that I feel, messages that they mean a lot to me, and I feel they will mean a lot. They could mean a lot to people who need to hear these messages. And on that basis, I delivered those talks. So what those challenges taught me, and also knowing that these talks are out there, even if they're not necessarily the best in terms of delivery, not message, they've taught me and provided me with new and improved internal markers. New markers that I can look at that tell me that I can do this, that I can conquer my fears, that I can change things up for myself. It's really what I want to do that's important. It's a question I had to ask myself at the time, without much indication as to what would unfold in the future, but knowing that I didn't want to limit myself and get started on that journey. And today I speak publicly much more often than I used to, and I deliver training on a very regular basis. I'm an employability trainer and assessor, doing a lot of training every day, pretty much all week. So go figure. How did I get to this point? Because I said I could.